So in this video, I want to show you this right here, which is the Trader Mind Journal. Pretty cool journal for traders. We'll go through it. I'll show you how this looks like inside and how you can use it to become a better trader. It's going to be a pretty cool video. Right, so I've never done these reviews before. I've always talked about different apps, different tools, technology, but never really about kind of paper journals you can use to actually become a better traders. This one is a good one. It's something I've been using a little bit for the past few weeks. I'll show you in depth how it works out. And in the end, you'll get to see if it's for you or not. So let's dive right in. Okay, now bear with me here for a second because I've never done these reviews on YouTube where I show planners and stuff. So it might be a bit different. But this is what the planner looks like. So we've got the Trader Mind Journal logo here, which you cannot really see well. If you open this up, it's where things start to get kind of nice. You got some quotes here in the beginning that you can read, which are pretty cool. There's a bunch of them through this journal around. And these are just kind of nice to, get some more motivation. Okay, then you got a couple of pages on how to use the journals. They tell you about the process, how you got to have the self-discipline, self-reflection, self-coaching to improve your performance in trading. And this journal is divided into a few sections. So you see here, we have the daily sheets. Then we've got the weekly check-ins. And finally, we've got the mastery tasks. So every week you get some tasks to work on. We'll go through each of these templates so you can see in details what it looks like so you can use it by yourself. A monthly review and the creative space. Now you get a bunch of different details here on how to actually use this planner and how to make it work for your trading. So you can read through this at your own pace. But every single week you're going to get one of these rounds. We're going to look at how good you are on each of these categories. So on the resilience, composure, mastery, focus, motivation, discipline, energy, and mind. So pretty cool to kind of see your progress over time. Okay, now this planner is broken down into months and then weeks, and then you've got daily pages. Here's where we get to the monthly pages. Cool quote here from Marcus. Every trader has strengths and weaknesses. Some are good holders of winners, but may hold their losers a little bit too long. Others may cut their winners a little bit short, but are quick to take the losses. As long as you stick to your own style, you get the good and bad in your own approach. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so if this is your first month using the planner, what you're going to get is one of these daily pages here. And this daily page, you fill it basically every day. You go through the things, you go through your trading day. You can kind of plan your day at the same time. So every single day you get one of these pages where you can basically plan your day, write down some key events, then you write down some key tasks you want to work on for that day. Then you have how you feel today, so stress, energy, mood. And you've got also what's on your mind. So here you can write about any things about yesterday affecting you, your key strengths and qualities you want to bring to your trading day. And the most important things to focus on for your trading today are, so you write these down here. Any market observation, you can write them down here, which is pretty cool to have because sometimes we notice some things, but we have nowhere to keep it. And that can be tricky to kind of keep track of these things over time. And then let's just before the day starts, throughout the day, you can write some market observation things. Once the day is finished, then you go to this page here, which is the second page in your daily sheet, where you can actually rank yourself. How well did I trade today? Some things that I did well in my trading today is, and you can write this down. So a good way to kind of self-reflect. Some things that did not go well in my trading. How could I have done this better? Some things that I realized or learned today about myself or the market. Any action I can take to improve my trading performance going forward. And finally, something I'm grateful for today. Right? Self-observations. So some things you notice about the day, about yourself throughout that trading day. You can write this down over here. Now, at the end of the week, you get one of these pages, which is a week in review. Now, this is cool because we tend to do reviews on a weekly basis, but we don't know exactly what to write in it, or we might be confused about how to track our progress. So you get some questions here that you can go through. Something that I have done well in my trading this week that I want to do more of is something that I could have done differently last week that would have improved my trading performance. Pretty cool question. A challenge or difficulty that I overcame last week was, and what I learned from it was, you can write this down here, the actions I took and the progress I made on my weekly learning goal is. So you set a goal before the week starts, you see this pretty soon, then you write this down over here, how you learn things from that goal. The main things I've realized or learned about myself or the market this week are, then you write this down over here. Then you get your trading performance scorecard reviews. This is what we talked about before, is you can rank yourself on this circle here from 1 to 5. 1 being very low, of course you'd be very bad at this, then 5 being very good. So you have this kind of ranking on different levels, and then you can draw a line around it to kind of put it all together and see how you did this week. What did you score the highest, and how will you sustain this next week? There's good questions you ask yourself, because if you're really good at some things, you got to maintain it. If you're really bad at something, what did you score lowest at? You got to find ways to improve it. It's not just about kind of working on things that are not good. It's about kind of maintaining the good too at the same time. So it's a really cool scorecard, this one that you have every week to fill in and to go through. Then you've got on this next page here, your weekly planner sheet. So any events to be aware of this week. You can write this down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can write these events there that you want and kind of go through them if you want to. So cool way to, if you tend to miss some news or you tend to not be aware of some things, just writing it down on this page can help you to remember things and to kind of be on better track with these events. Any notes, any key tasks for the week. This could be about trading or not trading related. It's a cool way. I like to do it myself where I go through this for my trading and non-trading things too. Because sometimes I can kind of have other tasks to work on in my business or something else on the side that I want to write down here. Then the week ahead. I will know that I've traded well this week if, cool question, I like it. The key actions that I will take this week to demonstrate my commitment to trading excellence and becoming the best trader I can be are, nice one. A challenging and difficult situation that I may face in my trading this week is, and my best trading self will deal with it by. So cool question, because what if we have events or things that could affect our trading, like any life circumstances, any things you plan to do, but we don't think about them. We just kind of go in our day, go in a trading week normally, but don't do anything to fix it. That can be affecting our trading, and we got to plan for it before we get to that trading week. So cool question, I love it. Any areas of my trading that I want to work on improving next week in line with my monthly goal is, and I will approach it by. Pretty cool. So we kind of bring down the monthly goal to a weekly action to work on, which we'll look at these in a second. This is what this Trader Mind journal here calls the mastery task. And I love this principle because every week is a different thing to work on. So this week is this one. Next week could be a different one. We'll have a look pretty soon. So this week we talk about how to identify your best trading self. So you will write down how you will be at your best in trading, things you can notice. Then you got a page for any observation and actions, things you have in mind that you can write down over here. I think it's pretty cool to have this. Now, have a look. If I just go next week, skipping here these daily sheets, my next mastery task is about how to master your motivation. Pretty cool. So we talk about why you start trading, what you enjoy about trading, things that we tend to forget about, which is pretty cool. What was it about trading that particularly attracted you? Why is trading or being a trader important to you? What do you want from your trading? Kind of like keeping a good thing in mind. Now, if I go back next mastery task, the next mastery task, you see we have a number here. So this is the third one. We talk about uncovering your trading performance values. If I go to the next one, and I won't go through all of these for sure, but this one we talk about how to create a mastery menu. Pretty cool stuff, right? So we want to make a list of different tasks and activities that you can do to help you improve your trading performance in some way. Pretty cool. So these are all different, which means that you don't like just go back every week and write the same thing, but you actually have to work on different things every single week. Then you've got another cool quote here to read through when you start your week. Now, after you've gone through 4 mastery tasks, it's the end of the month. So then you get to this monthly review, which is really cool to keep track of things and improve on a monthly basis. So it's very simple. You've got 3 things that I've done best in my trading this month, 3 things I could have done better in my trading this month, and 3 most important things I realize or learn about myself or the market are. So you can write this down over here. The actions you've taken to improve, self-coaching feedback, which is really, really awesome. Imagine you are your own trading coach. What feedback could you give yourself this month? Then you've got some goals. My long-term goals are the reasons why I'm trading. My goal for this month are specific actions I can take and self-coaching to prepare for the month ahead. This is really awesome stuff. I've never seen any journal do that. And if you track your trades, like in any kind of online journal, which I won't name any, but there's many of them, there's not this kind of feedback that you can have on your trades, which is really, really different. This is not where you will track your trades. This is really where you will write down things to become a better trader and kind of work on yourself more than just on your trades. At the end of the month, you've got some pages here to have some creative space, things you can add to it, and any kind of drawing you want to do or any kind of things you want to write down. Then we start the next month. And then we go back into these daily sheets. Now, I think you probably get the idea here of what this journal is and how it works out. And I want to talk a bit about the pros and the cons of having this journal with you. First, let's cover the pros because there's many of them. First one is I've never seen a amount of details like this for any kind of trading journal. This is really cool. It's made by a trained psychologist who knows how this works out, who knows what it takes to improve and become better. And it's something where you can kind of go through it and you feel like you're going to improve. It's very, very nicely made. The questions in this are awesome. The fact that you can work on a different goal each week, a different mastery task, is really, really cool. It makes it that you have, at the end, a whole collection of things to work on. This is, by the way, a 12-week journal, so like a 3-month journal. And at the end, you get this kind of section which says journal review. So you can actually go through this and review your progress throughout this journal. So it's pretty cool. This review at the end makes it really cool. And you can reflect even more on your progress as a trader. Which, to be fair, I've never seen any journal do this as well as this one. It's really cool stuff. It kind of feels a purpose that I think no other journal or no other app or stuff does well. That being said, I do have a few cons about this journal. And the first one is maybe not a big deal for you, but it's huge. It's really big and very heavy. If you're going to travel with this, it's very hard to travel with. I keep this one at home. I kind of feel it at home when I'm trading from home. But whenever I'm on the road, like traveling to a different country, I just kind of carry this whole thing with me. It's just too big, too much trouble to carry. Like, it's a big paper. See, I put it on the table here. It's that big. It's very, very giant. But at the same time, it's enough to kind of have the questions you need to improve your trading, and it just kind of fills everything you need. But if you're going to travel and like be on the road a lot or take the plane, that just makes it more difficult to carry. Eventually, they might come up with a small version, which I will be totally down for. Not sure if that's feasible with all the stuff you have in there, but that might be cool. Might be nice also to have like at least one page in the beginning where you can see how to write things down. Like, it's very overwhelming sometimes as a new trader where you want to write down things and you want to kind of know what you should be writing in it. It would be nice to have a template page where you see things written down. So you can just kind of incorporate some things from that template and kind of use it to your own to kind of know what you should write down in it and have a good example of things you should be writing down. I've been using it so far as much as I can when I'm at home, and it's a cool way to keep track of your things. And it's a very good journal overall, I gotta admit. Now, what's my final opinion on this? Well, I think if you're gonna be someone who wants to improve their trading, you really wanna work hard to get better results, this is a must-have. Like, you gotta have something where you, especially when you write it down by hand, it's a lot more clear, you tend to be a lot more focused, and you tend to remember things a lot better. So I totally think this is a good journal for people who wanna improve and get better. If you're profitable already, you get plenty of value from this anyway, because it's a good way to improve and some things that you don't necessarily hear about anywhere else. This is not where you keep a log of your trades, but it's a good way to improve yourself and become better over time. You kind of become your own self-trading coach, which is very valuable in the future to have this with you and to actually be able to improve yourself and tell you things to do and take actions to become better. So I definitely love this journal. Now, Steve Ward, the trading psychologist and creator of this journal, gave me a coupon code. If you want to grab it and use it to your own trading, kind of be able to use this journal to become better, the coupon code will be here on the screen. You get 35% discount on the original price of this TraderMind journal. And to me, it's totally worth it. I think the price, even at full price, is totally worth it. I'll grab it anyway because the quality is nice, the content is awesome, and you can use it to become a much better trader. And the results will be paying for themselves pretty quickly. So link below for that. Use the coupon code on the screen to not miss out and get the discount. If you got any questions or if you want me to go through this journal again and show you some more things, show you how I fill it, I'll be happy to do more videos on it. And I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon.